members, and thanks for having us here tonight. As Jim Burke introduced us, we're the applicant at 165 Westgate Drive. I'm Aidan O'Donovan, the COO. Our corporate name is NSAJO Holdings. That's who's filed for the variance tonight. But from here on out, you'll be hearing us refer to ourselves as the business name, which is Natural Selections. We were planning on a little bit of a longer presentation initially, but we had to abbreviate it to fit in to this window. So bear with me if it feels like I'm rushing a little bit. I don't want to keep you guys all night. As I mentioned, I'm the COO for Natural Selections. You guys can go to the second slide on there, right past the first page. I grew up in Newton here in Massachusetts. I have family all over the Commonwealth, but I've actually been living in Colorado for the past 8 years, where I began working in the newly emerging medical marijuana industry back in 2009. For the past 2 years, I've owned and operated a dispensary, Natural Selections, which is in North Bend, Colorado. And I'm extremely proud of everything that we've accomplished there. I'm currently in the midst of a negotiation to sell the Colorado business, and I'm planning on moving back to Massachusetts full-time in the spring, which I'm very excited about. You can see the rules and regs that we kind of outlined a little bit on that first page. And although I imagine that any medical marijuana applicants that come before you are planning on complying with the regulations set forth by the Department of Public Health, which are very comprehensive, I'm proud to say that our company currently in Colorado achieves those objectives, and we're trying to strive to replicate that here, which include, among other things, a consistency and quality control in our products. It's very important, so important to patients, medical marijuana patients, to know that the product that they're getting is tested, that it's the same every time, and that it's consistent and accurately dosed. Research and development, we've allotted a lot of time over the past several years for our cultivation team to focus on research and development and side-by-side comparisons with control variables. And we're very excited to bring that knowledge that we've gained with us here.
Yes, it is.
We really take seriously the atmosphere we're creating in order to ensure the most safe and comfortable and relaxing experience for our patients, many of whom are not used to purchasing medical marijuana legally. A later slide will show you the dispensary interior, which you'll see resembles a high-end jewelry store or well-furnished doctor's office. So if you can flip to the next slide there, slide number 3. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but please know that we've done a tremendous amount of research and feel very confident in our financial projections as they pertain to the medical marijuana card holders in the local area. We feel very strongly that the greater Brockton area is an underserved market. Our current dispensary in North Bend is one of 6 in the community, which hosts a population of about 30,000 people. Here in Massachusetts, cities like Somerville and Cambridge, each with similar populations in terms of numbers to Brockton, have issued 4 medical marijuana dispensary licenses. Framingham, which is significantly less populous than Brockton, has issued 3, and those are all right along Route 9 in the Natick Mall kind of area. I've heard great things about the dispensary In Good Health, which currently operates in Brockton, but I strongly do not feel that it's in the best interest of the city or the patients to let 1 or 2 businesses kind of monopolize the area. So I'd now like to introduce Brandon Banks, who's been a founding member of Natural Selections, been with us since our inception, and he's also going to be moving back to Massachusetts with me to replicate what we have going on. So, Brandon.
Thanks, Aidan. Good evening, board members. My name is Brandon Banks, founding member of Natural Selections, Colorado. Thank you again for having us here tonight. We truly appreciate it. Would like to ask for a little bit of patience. I'm reading directly from my sheet here, and I'm a better dispensary manager than I am a public speaker, so bear with me for a second. Now, as far as our company goes, we do feel strongly that there's no reason to relegate our dispensary and medical marijuana patients to an industrial part of town. We'd rather allow them to have access to pick up their prescription in the same outing as purchasing electronics, lumber, hardware over at Lowe's. We recognize and respect the hard work that the city councilors have put into creating the current overlay district back in 2013. And we hope that everyone will recognize that much has changed, not only in Western states, but here in Massachusetts as well. In Good Health has been operating successfully and without incident, and we strongly feel that as more dispensaries come to Brockton, they should not be clustered over in the industrial part of town. Again, we don't have our slides here. Sheets 4, 5, and 6 kind of have an outline of our space and where it's potentially located. And also slide number 7 is a picture from our ribbon cutting about 2 years ago. And again, we're very proud of our store. The City Council of North Bend was there for our ribbon cutting. Both me and Aidan are there. Our current dispensary is also in a strip mall, so we do have experience in sort of, those kind of locations, and it's only been good for the area. I do have a set of letters from our neighbors, including the donut shop, the nail salon, gardening supply store. They all vouch for the viability of our business, and they all appreciate us being in the same shopping center zone. I do also have a letter, and it's very important, from the city of Northland. They describe our store in good standing, going with all the municipal codes. It also testifies that we have no issues requiring police presence. We've also passed any of their inspection compliance on us. With that being said, I would also like to introduce Dan Linsky. We're